Alright, now I'm gonna be talking to you about what I do like about this car after driving it for a little over a year. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Ew, ew. Alright, go away, you ugly thing. Oh my gosh, that thing is disgusting. Anyway, so I've been driving this for just a little over a year, and it's my everyday car. Why I purchased this is because I have to come here. Well, not have to, want to come here. And yeah, it was very difficult to drive on this road with a city car with low ground clearance. When it rains, you always get this anxious feeling in your stomach that I'm gonna get stuck. And sometimes the phone reception is not always there, so how do you get out? Yeah, so the first thing I really like about this car is how compact it is. It's very small for what it can do. It can fit into any little parking space. In the city, it's very comfortable to drive. You don't struggle to find parking spaces or sit in traffic. You don't have to stress about, oh, is my car too big to fit through here or whatever. Not that we have got tiny roads in South Africa, but yeah, sometimes your shopping places are a bit tight. I can easily fit into my driveway and all things like that. It's nice and compact for what it is. It's not too small as well. It's very agile. It's not as slow as people say it is. I don't understand why. Although I have a suspicion that they might be driving with a jimny with roof rack on it, stuff on top of it, mud tires, other kinds of mods that add weight to the vehicle and decrease its aerodynamic properties. Not that it's very aerodynamic, I mean it's built like a brick. So yeah, the things I like about this car is that it's agile. At least it feels to me that way, the way I drive it. You just need to know the gears and when to shift. I found that between 3,000 and 4,500 RPMs it has the most power. This is a 5-speed manual gearbox. Like I said in my previous video, I do not like the automatic. Before I purchased it, I went for a test drive with a automatic 5-door. No, too slow. Now the other thing I like about this car is the suspension is really comfortable. This is just a factory suspension. It is pretty comfortable. I've done some heavy-ish off-roading with this vehicle. The suspension is very comfortable on-road and off-road. I've not had any discomfort. I don't feel it needs to change. Maybe when I have money to spend on things that I'd like to. But for all practical reasons, the factory fitted suspension is more than good enough. So the seats are quite comfortable. I don't feel it lacking at all. I've driven in a couple of different types of cars in my life. My previous car I owned before this one was a Volkswagen. I don't see any difference between this and that. That one also had fabric seats, which is fine. I've driven that car long distance. This one as well, 2 long distance trips over 1,000 k's, and never have I felt like, oh, my butt gets sore or nothing. I've driven an FJ Cruiser long distance. The front seats are lovely, but the rear seats in the FJ Cruiser was not the seats itself, just the space was highly uncomfortable long distance. My legs were starting to get sore. I'm not sure about being a passenger in this long distance. It should be fine. Yeah, the seats are good. I like how the seats feel. They're comfortable. The 5-door version, I've seen people complain about the space in the 3-door version, which I understand, that's fair. The 5-door has a lot of space. As you've seen in my previous video, I could fit the whole German Shepherd in here with extra space. So this is fantastic. Look, my whole arm goes in there. I've done a long distance trip with a friend last year, and with all of our food and our clothing, our bags, we had a fire making kit as well. What else? We had a jerry can, we had this thing, a bunch of other stuff. Just put the seats down. You've got so much space in here. This is just, yeah, I've done a trip with 3 people, not that long distance, and the dog. So it was 2 of us, a grown man and a grown German Shepherd on that seat, and all of our stuff packed in the back. A little tight, but it was just a weekend trip, so it wasn't that bad. That was fine. So I would say the space is excellent in the 5-door version. I'm very satisfied with that. I'm not going to get a roof rack. It's not necessary for the stuff I do, so yeah. Like I said, it's agile. I like how agile it is. It just feels quick. I can quickly zoom around the city with this. It doesn't feel like I'm being hindered by its lack of aerodynamics and all. I also love the 4-wheel drive system in this. It's really easy. The transfer case is great. You've got your 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. As you've seen, I've had some troubles with the 4 low jumping out, but I think it must be this thing, because the edge of this tray presses against this rubber here. When I take it out, it doesn't really jump out unless I act like an idiot and don't press in the 4 low that much. But yeah, you just have to give it a little bit of force. The gear is very easy to operate. You don't have to press a lot of deathlock buttons and crap. The hill descent control works lovely. I love that about it. I love the hill hold assist as well. That just makes it feel like a little bit unfair. Yeah, what did I write here? Oh, all of these little gadgets in the vehicle. This is the GLX version, so it has some extras like the cruise control. You've got over here. You've got the climate control, which I've been using a lot lately. That's fantastic. You've got your folding mirror as well, which is nice. Controls this park distance control, and the rear, what you call it, reverse camera is fantastic. I don't think I ever want a different car that doesn't have that. You've got your headlight washer, which is quite I just actually discovered what that was the other day. I was like, what? That's bloody fancy. You can control the height of the headlights. You've got your phone controls. I don't really use these. I think these are unnecessary, but I suppose they're quite nice. I like how these are actual physical knobs and you don't have to do stuff on a screen. I hate that. This is nice. It's got real buttons. I like these buttons as well. Love pressing them. It just feels so good to press buttons. I like pressing buttons, so I love that about this car. Yeah, so what I also like about it, it's so simplistic. It doesn't have a lot of little niggly wigglies here and there. It has its standard controls. Everything is fairly easy to find. Besides, I was when I first got this, I was like, how do you open the fuel in the fuel tank? And yeah, it was way down here. So, but it's easy to find. You can open the bonnet here. Everything just feels good. It feels like it's a very modern vehicle with modern functionalities, but yet it's so simplistic. It's not overly complex, which I like. I have driven my stepdad's BMW, the X1 2024 model, I think, and even though that car is super comfortable and so fast, it just feels overly complex with all of his electronic systems, and you have to press this and that button to start the engine and this for the handbrake. I like the actual mechanical lever you've got here. The temperature controls are actual buttons, but it just works. The visibility is fantastic in this for the size of the vehicle. I mean, the 1.5 liter engine, I think my engine is really dirty. I haven't given it a proper wash in a while. I try to rinse it every time after I've done. Where's this button? Hello, button. I feel it somewhere. There we go. Woo! Filthy. Yeah, I gotta give this a proper clean. Mud has some nasty corrosive properties. So I feel the engine is fine enough for this size vehicle. I don't feel it needs much more. People do like turbo conversions of this. I cleaned this the other day. Now it looks like this again. So the engine is good enough for the size. I mean, how fast do you want to go in an off-road vehicle anyway? So if you want speed, don't get a Jimny, although it can go fast on the highway, but that's not its main purpose. Yeah, and then I just love the way it looks. I mean, come on, it's what's the word? It's retro, yet I don't know. It looks simplistic. It doesn't have fancy little bells and whistles on the outside. It's an off-road vehicle. It does so well at that. Yeah, I really like the way it looks. It just, to me, screams fun and adventure. So yeah, that's the things I like about this car. And I don't think I'll sell it. I'm not disappointed in purchasing this vehicle. I'm very happy with it. I almost bought the 3-door one, a short wheelbase, but I actually prefer how this one looks. It just looks a bit more sturdy. It feels more sturdy on the road as well. Although it's a bit heavier than the 3-door. But yeah, overall, I really like this car. So far, out of all the cars I've owned in my life, this one is my favorite. Yeah, let me know if you've got any comments or questions. Happily answer them for you.